Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a post-workout meal. A meal that you can make at home, a meal that's probably very simple, very cost-effective. So stay tuned.
If looks could kill, if looks could kill.
So as many of you might know, I love working out, I love nutrition, and I love cooking. So one of the most important meals for me every day is breakfast, or as I call it, post-workout meal number one. Why this meal is very important for me and for most people is because after you work out, you break down your protein in your muscles and you have to replenish and start the recovery process. And the recovery process gets started with nutrition. And then of course rest, but nutrition is very key. So my post-workout meal has to consist of really good macronutrients, good fats, good protein, and of course good carbs. Carbs are not the enemy, carbs help with energy, so especially post-workout, your meal should have a good amount of carbs. So for this recipe, the ingredients you're going to need are quite simple and really cost effective. So 92% clean ground beef. I already cooked it. I cooked it on Sunday. I package it. I store it in my fridge. 3 whole eggs. I'm using regular eggs, cage free, nothing too special. 1 cup of spinach. As all of you know, spinach is high in magnesium, great source of fiber. So add my veggies. For my carb, I'm choosing Dave's Famous Bread, 21 whole grains. It has good fiber, good carbs. Of course, a little kosher salt. Sodium is key. Sodium helps replenish all your nutrients. Now for flavor, I'm using a desert pepper, roasted tomato, chipotle corn salsa. As many of you know, I do not like spicy, but this salsa fits really nice. It has only 3 grams of carbs, so perfect. To help with my digestion and gut health, I love kimchi. Fermented cabbage, for most of you, might be something new, but it gives it just a little bit of flavor to the scrambled that we're gonna make today. So the first step is I'm gonna take 2 slices of my bread, throw it in my toaster, and start that process. I like to cook in stages so the meal gets done at the exact same time. So that's your first step. Step 2, I'm gonna move to my stove, turn it on, of course, turn it on to about medium. Not low, not high, just medium. You want to cook nice and soft. I have a anti-stick skillet on top. That's going to help me not use any additional fat and sensitive olive oils or sprays or anything like that. Make sure my eggs don't stick. I'm going to add my ground beef to my pan. Right on top, I'm going to put my spinach. This is going to keep also the oil or the fat from splattering all over your stove. Keep the cleaning process to a minimum. During this process, I'm going to saute my meat and my spinach to kind of mix it in. As the meat heats up, the oils from the meat will end up helping cook and wilt the spinach. What you're trying to do is just reheat the meat and wilt a little bit of the spinach. You'll be able to tell once the spinach starts wilting down because the volume goes down more than half. So a cup of spinach once it's cooked almost looks like nothing. So just keep on cooking it, keep on mixing it around. At this point, I like how it looks. The spinach is already cooked almost halfway through. I'm going to add my eggs. As always, using a rubber spatula to make sure I get every bit out. I like to use a high temp spatula, kind of stiff, not too bendable, to make sure that I can move the eggs around and keep it from sticking and keep it from overcooking. Overcooked eggs takes like rubber, so you just want to make sure that you cook them not too hard. You can saute it back and forth and just keep on mixing it around. It's an easy procedure. It takes less than a minute. Right here is where I like to leave it. So you can see it's still a little bit watery, but it's cooked. And then the heat from the pan will also keep on cooking your eggs. So let it sit for a little bit and they're done. Point, it's time to start plating up your dish. So all I do is put my scramble down right here on my plate, making sure to get every bit. I like to finish it off with a little bit of sprinkle of kosher salt, just add a little bit of sodium. I'm gonna add 1 serving of salsa on top. And 1 serving of kimchi. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my toast. So here's my toast. Put it off to the side. And there you go. There's your dish. All right, now it's the time that I've been waiting for to try it and see how it is. I love this dish. This dish almost reminds me of like a skillet without the potatoes or any of that extra stuff, but it's very lean and fat. I'm gonna list the macros right above so you can see what they are, but this meal is perfect for after workout. It gives you all the protein that you need, the carbs and the fats. So stay tuned to next week for more tips and more recipes on our channel. As always, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.